And what was your first impression of me?
No, it's not that juicy, but I was just like, oh my gosh, she's so tiny. And then can I tell them about like the earring that Mata got you?
The balls.
Yeah, okay. So I didn't want to say what it was because I didn't know if I was like, oh, okay. So when I went shopping with Mata, this was an IRL stream too. And then Mata was like, she didn't say who it was for. So she was like, oh, I'm just buying some souvenirs. I'm meeting up with a friend. I'm like, cute. Oh my God, what is she like? And then she's like, she likes this. And she just shows me the most heinous acrylic balls. And it wasn't even an illustration. It was just straight up a picture of a ball with a red ribbon on it. It was an acrylic ball. And then I was just like, oh,
beautiful.
I think she'll love it. And it's like, I know she loves these kind of obscure things. And I was like, oh, okay. And that was the end of that, right? Because I was also on stream. I'm not gonna pry about who's this friend, right? So I just let it be. And then I see Michi, tiniest little like Asian girl, and what is she wearing on her beautiful face? Balls. And I was like, you're that friend? And she was like, huh? And then I'm just like, Mata, explain yourself. You were buying balls for Michi? And then she was like, yeah, no, Michi loves obscure shit like this. And I was just like, do you guys love my earrings? And she was going on the room, like wiggling her head with just balls flapping in her face. And I was just like, oh, what is happening right now?
I have balls on my face.
And then she gaslighted me about the whole fish thing. So I would say first impressions positive, but also very negative. Balls. Then I got gaslit.
Which fish thing?
When you didn't tell me that you were freaking pescatarian, I made everything with pork in it.
Oh.
Pork and beef. I had one sauteed veggie thing. And then you're like, oh, it's okay, I'll just eat that. And I'm just like, I gave you a chance to say.
Can I tell Chat? I felt it was so funny because Giri's like, oh, this is pork. And I was like, oh, I can't eat that. And she's like, oh my God, I forgot. It is haram for you. And I was like, yes, I'm pescatarian, but I also don't eat beef. And she was like, oh my God, is beef also haram? And I was like, oh no.
I was so shocked. I was like, my guest that I met for the very first time is going to starve to death at a cooking VTuber's house. And I'm just like, oh my God, this can't be happening. Like, I was freaking out. I was like, why didn't you tell me? And I find out like days later when we were hanging out another time, it was like, oh, I purposely chose to like see just what you would do. And I'm just like, that's psychotic. I hope you realize
because
that.
Like I'm just a guest and like I don't eat that much anyway. And also it's like,
I can't
low-key was so fucking funny though.
That's what I'm saying. She doesn't care. Oh, I don't want to. She just want to. This is gonna be so funny. I just really want to see how this plays out. I'm gonna get a good laugh when I remember
low-key,
this.
I do that very often. That like I keep saying this, Chat. That's like my red flag. Cause like sometimes I would do something. It's like they're not really losing anything. Like I am losing something.
Yeah.
But I think it's so fucking funny in my head that I go with it.
Wait, so what was your first impression of me? It's not good. Oh no, the face that she's giving me, she's just like, kind of mid, bitch.
No. It's not bad. That's the thing. It's like I thought that you're super friendly, but like we didn't like know each other, and then she just invites me to like her place, right? Like you sent me like your address, everything. Like I was like, what if I was a thief? Giri is so friendly that at first I was like, wow, you're so trusting, right? So my first instinct was like, I was like, I don't want to disappoint her and I don't want to freak her out and make her uncomfortable because like you're already so open. And then as it progressed, I was like, oh my God, I usually have my guard up with like people that I first meet. So I was like, my guard's up. I'm trying to be friendly, but I also don't want to like overshare or like over say anything. Chat, Giri's the exact opposite. Like the moment we met, we sat down, we had like one meal, it's not even finished, a drink, and Giri's just like, when I was young, like, she just fucking told me everything. I was like,
wait, what? I did? No, I did.
No, you
I
were
told
like,
you everything.
She was like, this is my life, and this is what
back in the 1700s, I used to.
Yeah, and I was like, wow, I know so much. And she was like, I was like, oh my God. She was like, you should stay over, Michi. Like, you should hang out here. And I was like, sure. And she's like, this is the password to this and this and this and this is how to access this and this is how you enter this. Me casa, your casa. This is how you access everything. And I was like, what? We just met. Like, it hasn't been like a whole day.
With
you know,
my
like,
back in the day.
like she told me everything. I know so much. Like I knew.
Was that
like,
too much though? Should I hold back? Maybe I should. Like
okay.
and like with, let's say with another like new friend. Is that too much?
It's
too much.
Don't ask me because like I'm paranoid, right? Like I would never say this until like I met you at least like 3 times, and I have people vouching and like I trust you.
Yeah.
Then I would.
Yeah.
But considering like I just met you, like I could have been a horrible person. Not gonna lie, chat. This is psycho, but I kept it in mind because I was like, oh my god, how much is she gonna tell me? You know, like, I was like writing it down. I was like, whoa. I think the first 5 hours, I knew how to access your place. I also knew your mother's maiden name. I also knew your childhood pet, and I also knew the rough area of where you grew up. Which is like every bank security question, by the way. I need you to know.
I forgot
that
about
is like I always keep that is security questions, right?
Wait.
That's the thing. And like
maybe I should be careful.
To be fair though, with your mother's maiden name, I wanted to see if you would tell me, and I was like, oh, how about this? And she just fucking flat out.
Oh, you were
like,
testing me? I failed the test.
No, I wasn't testing.
Oh,
I was like wondering. I was like,
let's see how far I can push
because I was
this.
like, oh wait,
I
is
thought you
this
just
like
wanted
the name?
to know. I thought you were just curious.
That's the thing. Okay, that's the thing.
I thought you were just
like,
curious.
maybe it's because like I was raised in like a very paranoid family. I would never tell them like specific stuff like that because like that is a security question and I can break into your bank with it. To be fair, when I asked, I didn't have an intentions in mind of security questions.
Well, no, of course.
The conversation just led to
realized,
it. Okay,
yeah.
It was natural, but I would still not tell anyone that I just met. You know, but. To be fair, like now you know me, I'm not gonna fucking do anything, right? But like I am very paranoid to the point that if someone like I would always not lie, but I avoid questions like that, or I avoid like if the story reaches that point, I'm like, yeah, like I just laugh it off.
Now that you're saying that, and I'm just like, she straight up point blank asked me what my mom's maiden name was, and I was like, oh, it's this. And
I was like.
Maybe I do need a sense of a sense of like worry or caution.
It's like damn. I was like, well, oh my god, I could just like.
I didn't really grow up paranoid though, I suppose.
Yeah, but it's good because you're like
kind of
kind. Like you're super kind and like you can feel that like you're a very open person.
Yeah.
Whereas with me, I feel like people think I'm like very closed off until like we talk more, we hang out more, and then I'm like slowly opening up. You kind of feel like you're already like you're ready to embrace everyone, which is very sweet. Like it's very very nice, and it's like. I think that's the reason why I trusted you. Low key, a part of me has like oh, I must protect Giri. Cause like I'm like, oh, she's just a happy girl in the happy girl world. But to put it in perspective, you didn't know me. I was a stranger in your house, and you told me all this the first 3 hours of us talking. So it's like. Would you tell like a random person on the side of the street all this information? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, okay. To be fair, I'm realizing that maybe I should be a little bit more cautious with what I say. However, in your defense, and also in my friend's defense, I feel like a lot of my friends know all these things that I said. It's not just you. I feel like Mata would probably know this exact same information. Numi would know the exact same. Because I feel like it's just I know this is like not very trustworthy, but it's just the vibes, you know. It's just like, you know what? I feel like
that's not
it's
a
not
good thing.
Okay, fine. I feel like especially in this new sphere of this new thing that I'm kind of exploring, which is streaming, I think I should be more cautious. But I just never had a reason to doubt people because it's just like in the workplace, it's just like we're just coworkers, and then you just do the shit, right? Like, well, what are my coworkers gonna do? Crack into my bank? So it's just I guess I wasn't raised to think like that or doubt people. But yeah, to be fair, I think I just kind of like my vibe check lasts like 3 seconds, and then I'm just like, okay, she's a nice girl, and then I just tend to like. I do have a problem with oversharing. I do realize that, but I didn't realize that maybe it was like that bad.
I'll say this. I know someone's like, Michi's just jaded. Chat, hear me out. I'm not jaded like judging of people, but. You always need to be careful of your privacy.
Yes.
And this is coming from me that overshare, but like there are specific things that should stay private to like the people you really, really, really trust. That's like the only people that should be there. But you don't say it to like randoms. I mean, in Giri's defense, though, I was like Mata's friend. I was friends with a lot of people.
And
I guess
we're already friends like online.
Yeah.
It's just our first time meeting. It's a bit different.
Yeah. Like to be fair, like I did know a lot of friends that Giri knows, so it adds to like the reputation. But still, there are some things that you should best like kind of. you know, like be a bit more careful because like they probably wouldn't hack into your shit. But all I can say, it's like there's always gonna be bad apples in every industry, and you just don't know who is a bad apple and who is like genuine and who is like there to like manipulate you or like lie to you or like use you, right? So like it's always best to be careful but not judgmental.
I didn't get the vibe that you were closed off of. I just kind of thought that you were kind of shy, and I totally understand like if other people don't want to overshare in the I just have a problem of shutting up. So that's my problem. So so for you, like I never got the sense that you were being mean or unapproachable. I was just like, you know what, she just needs time to open up, and everyone moves at their different pace, right? So I'm gonna just say my verbal diarrhea, and then when hopefully if she's ready or if she wants to pursue this further, then like she'll also open up back to me, kind of a thing.
Thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification button for more amazing content. And if you don't, I'll gritty on you. Yeah.